Ain't nobody.
Yes, you know, you heard two voices there. One is a hip-hop icon, rap legend, the one and only
Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy loved the kids. And then the other one is a rising star personality that hit the ground running when she came on TV, working with the company I work for, and Viacom and Love and Hip Hop franchise Miami. And I remember when I first saw her, I said, "This is awesome. This is great." I thought it was excellent making her a part of the show because I thought she was unique, not only in her look but what she stood for. And we haven't heard a story quite like hers, and at all. I felt like in this series, and she's gone on to become the host of her show Girl Talk. She's written children's books. How you say that? Amarita's Way?
Amarita's Way.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
She's the face ambassador for Sky Vodka. She did Dancing with the Stars, the Spanish version, have the B. She's here with us right now. I just certainly hope I pronounce her name correctly.
Oh, God.
Amara La Negra.
You did great. You did great. Yes.
What's up?
Okay. Well, I'm excited to be here. I've been wanting to come to your show forever.
Really?
But at the same time, like we said before, God's timing is perfect.
Uh-huh.
So we're here, and that's all that matters. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. That was Trick Daddy right there. What's this voodoo talk? Do you actually know voodoo?
I've heard of it. I can't say that I actually know because I don't practice it. I do know about Santeria, and I know about las 21 divisiones, and I know about all of that. Obviously, I'm born and raised in Miami, where it's very versatile when it comes to culture, and that includes religion as well. But and then just like that, just like the Cubans, practice Santeria, I do have knowledge on the Yoruba religion, for which I love the African, the African religion. I guess that there's many beliefs, but and those topics are very sensitive. But I do know of it, and I guess because at some point we were friends, and she knew that we had spoken about the fact that I love its history. I love the stories behind every orisha. She took it as if she practiced voodoo. And then I guess in her mind, I have no idea, but she made it seem as if no, she stated that I put roots on her.
That you put roots on her.
Right.
So that was, obviously you've done some research in Orishas and Yoruba, and these practices and philosophies predate Christianity.
Exactly.
And this is how tribes of Africa.
That used to be their beliefs. It still is for many.
It still is their beliefs. And
it is.
These beliefs were stripped in the transatlantic slave trade or through people conquering different lands and putting their beliefs on us.
Exactly.
And so now you fast forward to 2017, 18, 19, people see these practices as some type of taboo thing.
Right. And then if they find someone that's pretty, you're pretty, they automatically assume that you're an airhead, or that you don't actually read, or that you don't actually have any studies of anything. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I just found it very ignorant on her behalf, and her saying that I did roots on her, whatever, I didn't care, because a lot of these a lot of these cast members, they have to use me for a storyline because, I am the breakout star.
Okay, there you go.
Exactly. So they just felt like picking a fight with me. But doing that, she dig her own grave. Because talking about religion, talking about, the gay community, talking about politics, all these things are very sensitive. You have to know how to treat it. So she thought she was being cute with it, and look at that. Nobody liked that, so she's in a bad situation right now.
There it is. Amara La Negra.
And she spoke about my mama.
Oh, no.
She surely did. She
what?
said that my mama was the one who did the voodoo and put it in her food, and she ate it, and I gave it to her.
Oh, too far. Come on now.
You see?
And see, if you know the two things you say that are your priorities in life are your career and your mama.
Period.
There it is.
Period.
I know your mantra.
Period. Yes.
What was your? I mean, it's exciting. You had a career before Love and Hip Hop,
right?
Okay, and folks may not realize that, but by coming on this type of show,
right?
What was your purpose? What did you hope to accomplish?
I always just want listen, okay. As a Latina, being on the American TV is a big accomplishment.
Yes, congratulations.
You made it in America. That's it,
okay.
Right? It's like a Caribbean mentality. So I just wanted to be able to be on the American TV show, be able to showcase my music, get people to to know me as a person. That really was my purpose. That was it. But like I said, God's timing is so perfect that all it took amongst everything else was having young Hollywood, give his statement. And that gave me the opportunity to talk about colorism and racial issues that has happened in my community for a very long time. And I have always been an activist for the Afro-Latino community. It just so happens to be that it took love in hip hop. It took an American platform for the people to actually pay attention to me.
What are the problems in the Afro-American community dealing with colorism?
Well, mainly
Afro-Latino.
Afro-Latino.
Yeah.
My main issue and the reasons why I became an activist for the most part is coming into the entertainment industry. A lot of people, when I talk about it, don't understand because they don't have to live the same experience. We never had any Malcolm X. We never had any Martin Luther Kings. We never had any Rosa Parks. We never had any of these strong leaders. The American people, for the most part, opened the path and we just followed because we all look alike, So we just followed. So I felt like, we too need a strong leader. Even in 2019, we still need it. When it comes to the entertainment industry, you don't see people like ourselves.
Yeah.
You don't, because it's not commercially attractive to have black features, to have a big nose or big lips, or just to be my color is unattractive. So they make it seem as if all Latinas look like J-Lo. All Latinas look like Sofia Vergara, Salma Hayek, which is not true. There isn't a Latin country that doesn't have black people like myself. Slaves weren't just dropped in America. They were dropped all over the world. And it's just so unfair that you try to be in soap operas and they're like, well, you don't look Latina enough. Or you want to be in a movie, well, you're not what we're looking for. You don't see us in magazine covers. You don't see us anywhere at all. So then that really was the reasons why I started to fight, because I was like, it's unfair. You're not judging me based off my talent. You're not judging me based off my knowledge. You're judging me based off my looks because it's not attractive to you. So
I beg to differ, Amara.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
But we're breaking barriers. We're breaking barriers. They put me last year, in the People in Español, the 50 prettiest people in Español. This year, I'm one of the 25 most powerful Latinas. I'm working towards it. We're breaking barriers. We're doing it.
Popping.
Amara, it's crazy because you're kind of caught in this dichotomy where earlier you're talking about when people view you as pretty, they expect you to have no knowledge, in your brain.
Right.
But then you have the colorism factor where people think you're not pretty enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? So which lane has been the hardest?
I've always considered myself to be pretty, thanks to my mama. Hi, Mom! My mom always told me I was pretty. So, and you know what? Talking about that, I think that parents sometimes don't really know how powerful their words are because we look up to our parents. I looked up to my mother. Anytime you have a problem, where my mom at? She can solve anything. So I was very grateful that she always uplifted me from a very early age.
Yes.
And yeah, I always considered myself to be attractive. However, I did understand how in many occasions I was always the monkey, or they're always trying to compare you to like, you're pretty for being black, or, we need somebody that's lighter, or there's always that division. There's always that issue, even amongst our own community. Because I could have cousins that are lighter than me, and it's like, yeah, you're the black one of the family type of vibe. So we're still way behind. We haven't evolved as much as the African American community has.
Okay.
And even then, you still feel that you haven't. So imagine how we feel. We're way behind.
Yeah.
It's just that nobody talks about it. Nobody has the guts to stand here and tell you what we're going through, what's really happening even back home. Because with the good comes the bad. I get a lot of backlash as well. I don't know how much I can say here, but
you say whatever you like.
I get a lot of nigger notes all the time. I get nigger notes on my DMs. I get nigger notes on my PO box. It looks pretty, but you have to have a tough skin to be able to take all the backlash that comes with this.
All right. Great having you on this show, man. Give a round of applause. We got Welky's on the line from Atlanta. Welky, what up?
Yo.
Welky, my name is Welky. How you doing, Amara?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing real good. I'm talking to Amara La Negra right now.
Yes. Talk to me.
Yeah, I was just calling to show some love. I've been a fan for a long time. I'm glad that you're more popping.
Amen. Thank you.
Your career's taking off. Want to tell you, Afro-Latina is my favorite type of woman in the world. To me, nothing finer than a dark Dominican or a dark Cuban. There's nothing better. So ever since you've been a part of that movement, I support it.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Hey, Welky, show how much you support it. She got her new EP, Unstoppable. That's out right now. So you gonna get that?
Yeah, so I'm saying she popping now. I've been a fan for so long. I get made fun of because she stayed my phone. Like, you know how most people got their girlfriend as their screensaver?
Yeah.
I got Amara. My girl be mad. Oh, that's your little celebrity crush?
That's what's up. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Play her EP for your girlfriend tonight, all right?
Exactly.
Got you.
And my man, Aoki.
Amara, you were talking about the different sides of support within, like, the community and things like that. And interracial dating is a big touchy subject because it's like people will support you. Yeah, go black women, such and such, go Latinas. The minute you date somebody outside of your race, it's like, oh, here we go.
Right,
so
right.
what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I believe love is love. It doesn't matter where it comes from, realistically. If you choose to date within your own race, that's a beautiful thing. If you choose to date someone out of your race, I think that there shouldn't be a problem with that either. You know what I mean? However, I've admitted it for a very long time. I never dated black. Period. It didn't matter if you were Latino. It didn't matter if you were. Just don't date black. Like, black is bad. Like, don't do it. That was the mentality because
That's what you grew up with?
That's what I grew up with,
Okay.
yeah. And that's usually what's said amongst your community because in my case, it's like, well, you're the black girl with the good features. You don't want to mess that up by, getting married or having babies with a black man. You have to better the race. And that's always the stigma, better the race. Bettering the race means, more European features or, you don't want any nappy head kids. That's just what's been spread out through many generations. So it just goes from one to the other. And then eventually it took a long time for me to realize, yo, wait, I'm not the problem. Y'all is the problem. Because y'all if you say that black is bad, then you're making me self-hate myself.
Yeah,
and that's it. I'm
go.
not good enough. So that's really where once you start gaining knowledge on stuff, then that's when you realize it's just brainwash.
Yes.
It's just brainwash. So it just happens to be I have more European features. I didn't choose to be this way, but I love black men. It doesn't matter whether you're Latino or whether you're black. If I fall in love with you, that's all that matters realistically.
Okay.
So that's just what it is. And now I do date black. And I ain't going back.
I grew up, black is beautiful. That was
Right,
written on the
yeah.
walls in our house. We never
Right.
believed all that propaganda that
Right.
people was trying to put in our heads. We always believed black was beautiful. You got a song on this album because I keep hearing you sing. You make me believe you trying to sing on this show today.
Is that right?
You're making me believe that. Do y'all get that sense?
I got him.
You get that? You get that vibe?
Sense? Yo, you know what?
What?
Wonder, you got
What?
Wonder, you got something over there? Can you sing? Can you do something?
You want me to sing to this? Well, I don't freestyle.
Okay, yo, okay.
No.
No.
That was cute though. That was
Okay,
cute
that was
though.
cute, okay.
But you know where you can hear me sing?
That was cute,
That
Wonder.
was cute. But where you can hear me sing is on this EP, Unstoppable. You can download it everywhere now, Unstoppable. And in there is also my first my English single, Insecure, that came out last year, which I really, really love. Now we're promoting Celebra featuring Messia, Understanding. There's great songs in this EP.
Can I hear you do something a cappella though?
Right, from the EP.
Does that make me insecure? Mi amor, mi amor. See, that's in there.
There you go. I like
There
that.
you go.
But it's interesting about the hook.
Take that and go away.
There you go. Ma, take that, Sway. That's it. Damn it.
Funny.
Oh my
Yes.
But the hook is interesting. Does that make me insecure?
Yes.
When I point out things, basically, I'm paraphrasing, that you're doing that don't seem right.
Right. I think that every girl has felt like that at some point in the relationship. And I think guys too. We don't give enough we take all the credit, but guys be feeling insecure too in their relationships. So I like to do songs that women can relate to. And Insecure is one of those songs.
That's one of those songs?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been told that. That's why it made me ask. All right. This is Insecure.
Yes.
Amara La Negra. You want to talk with her? 888-742-3345.
Insecure.
Yes. Amara La Negra is here.
See.
I listened to your EP.
I know. By the way, I want to say this publicly. Thank you so much for actually listening to my music and doing your research. I really appreciate that because you go to so many interviews where they read off paper and they're just like, oh my God, you're great. And then you leave and they never talk to you again or hear anything about you. And the fact that you were like, my joint is Balloons from your EP. I'm like, you actually heard it?
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
song it is?
I know Balloons. The Understanding song, we talked about
Oh
that
my
because
God.
it reminded me of Shaggy's It Wasn't Me.
Yes.
No.
That means a
Wasn't
lot
me.
to me. Thank you.
are you writing? Are you a writer? Are you co-writing?
I co-write a lot of these songs. I write mainly in Spanish because I have to think in Spanish and translate in English in my mind. And I feel more inspired to write in Spanish. But yeah, I co-write and I write sometimes. And I write mainly if I'm depressed. That's where my emotions are at, because you know how the boys are, girls.
Right.
Exactly. Anytime the boys be bad to me, I'm like, oh my God, let me write this song.
How are they bad to you?
Well, girl, let me tell you. So I haven't wiser. I mean, it could be many situations. Obviously being in this industry is not easy to date. So that has been, something to think of. And before I used to look at all these celebrities, I'm like, it must be so easy. You're famous. You have money. That means you have to be even more cautious. You can't trust anyone. Give me your phone. Are you taking a picture? Where you at? This and that. Do you really like me, or do you like me for the hype? Do you really like me, or do you like me for my money? It's like you have to think about everything. So it's more complicated. And all those things have, cost me here and there to write 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah. Are you single now?
I am talking to somebody now, but we'll see. We'll see.
You'll see. Is he in the business or is he not in the business?
He's not. I tried dating on the low because I'm very private, so you'll never know who I'm talking to. I dated a couple of celebs, main celebs, big celebs, and I thought that it would work out, and then I just feel like it's more complicated. It's more stressful. Like I'm trying to see if a regular dude will be easier.
I'm not. Oh, Q. What was that? Oh, Q. You just saying.
I want to try dating a regular guy that's not into the fame or nothing like that, and maybe it'll be easier. Maybe it'll be better.
That was perfect timing.
Look, I'm pretty good with this, Heather. When you say that, I'm pretty good at like making connections with folks.
He's a very good matchmaker.
Really?
Yeah. I read people really well.
What's happening? Look and see. Read it.
I feel like you need somebody who definitely understands your career, what it is you do.
She's busy.
Okay, you're busy. You need somebody that respects their mom.
Ooh.
Okay, because the way you respect your
Her
mom.
mom, yeah.
All right. You need somebody that has their own career, their own shit going on.
Don't be trying to come from mom, honey.
Okay. You got a lot of energy. I don't think you need somebody to match that energy necessarily. You need a balance in there somewhere, right? You need somebody who's not insecure. All right, and you like that? That's
that was good.
That's good, Sway. That's good.
And a good one too. I love an educated man. I love a well-educated man. If we can go somewhere and have an intellectual conversation, I'm like, that's my man. He's all smart.
Do you care if he has kids or not?
I don't necessarily care, but if he didn't, it would be great because I would like to be able to have those experiences together. Nice. I've been saving and protecting my ovaries for my husband. Yep. So my future husband. So Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, you want to ask her a question?
What you want to know?
I guess you asked them all already. I'm sorry.
You should be asking what she's doing later.
That was the alley hoop? I fucked it up?
She's seeing somebody.
Oh, yeah, she's seeing somebody. That's what threw me off, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I can put you on the list. You next, just in case this one don't work out.
Combine.
Yo, DB. Shit, I'll slide you my number.
Too late for that shit.
That's funny.
Give her a different DM, right?
Oh, man. But yes.
I see so much for you, even beyond love and hip-hop. I know this is a diving board for,
I don't know if I should do a 3rd season. What do you think?
Your own spinoff.
Ooh.
That's what I think.
Makes sense.
Mama.
You need your own spinoff.
Especially since you're the breakout star.
Yeah, and take them somewhere.
I would love to.
Take them to DR. Take them places.
That would be awesome. You hear that, Mona?
Yeah, take them places. I see a spinoff. You got that kind of energy.
I would love to. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe I'll do one more, or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what the future holds, because I do have a lot of projects in hand. I do have my Girl Talk show that is going to be out in an app very soon. And we are negotiating with a major network that just wanted to pick up my TV show Girl Talk. Like you said, Sky Vodka, my children's book over there. Jew, pass it on. Amarita Way is available on Amazon.com in Spanish and in English now officially since the past two weeks in Barnes and Nobles all over the United States. Nice. The hard copy. Which
Let me read a little bit.
Amarita's Way has 3 amazing chapters, by the way. It has Mommy and Me, which is a relationship you should have with your mom. It has Never Give Up, which is about obviously never giving up on your dreams and staying goal-oriented. And it has self-love. You know, loving who you are, loving the texture of your hair, the color of your skin. It just has a really nice positive message. And this is just one of many that I plan on doing. And my dream is to go Dora the Explorer, but Amarita's Way. So let's see what happens with that. My EP, Unstoppable, just dropped. Getting ready to go on tour as well. I mean, the list goes on. Working on a skincare line. Yeah. It's just a lot of things. I want to do everything.
How you managing your money?
Very well. As a matter of fact, please, can I have a drum roll? Anybody, please? Because I need this. I need this. Jesus. I just bought my mama a house.
Oh, shit. Congratulations.
Yes. See, thank you. It meant so much to me to be able to put in all that work and save all that money and watch the numbers go up and be able to finally tell my mom, you know what? Pick the house of your dreams, and she got a little 7-bedroom, 5-bathroom little house. And
you know what I'm
saying? You know what I mean?
I need a little house like that. Shit.
So I put in the work, but it made me feel so proud to know that all my hard work, I was finally able to buy my mom a home. So I get my keys in a week, and it's about to go. I'm gonna go in so hard now.
Amara La Negra.
I have bills now. I have grown up people bills now.
You gotta go do it, girl. Hey, but you're gonna do it, and you're beautiful.
Amen. Thank you so much.
And black is beautiful.
Amen.
So keep
Amen.
that in
Thank
mind.
you.
All right.